Hey guys, I'm Dane, and today I want to talk a bit about the SG553 carbine. I'm still fully at it with my search for the two go-to weapons of choice for each class and weapon class. And the AK-5C holds my long range all around the place, but I still need something more aimed at close and medium range. So, how did the SG553 handle? Well, let's start with getting the stats from Simplic out of the way. The rate of fire clocks in at 830 RPM with a muzzle velocity at 470 meters per second. So it's obvious to see right off the bat that this carbine is not meant for long range engagements. The damage model is 24 up close and 15.4 at 50 meters. Now the magazine holds the standard 30 bullets in the mag and 31 bullets with one round in the chamber, but the reload speed isn't standard at all. The short reload is 2.15 seconds and the long reload is 2.65 seconds. So it doesn't penalize you just as much as most of the other weapons if you reload without one round in the chamber, which I found was a great asset to have in close quarters, as sometimes the last one or two bullets are the ones to save your ass in some situations. Of course, the reload isn't the fastest at all, but it's evenly balanced out, so you wouldn't really notice the long reload being longer at all. The recoil pattern is also somewhat decent. It's got a .34 vertical pull, .39 right pull, and a .25 left pull with a 2.3 first shot multiplier. The spread increase at .108 is at the higher second half of the carbines, while the spread decrease at 9 is at the lower half of the chart. As you can tell from all of these stats, the SG553 is meant for close quarters, but with some right attachments and control, it'll do okay at medium range. The way I ended up running the SG553 was with an angled grip to reduce the first shot multiplier and making it a bit more versatile to deal with longer ranges than just close quarters, but it's still best at close quarters of course. The barrel attachment ended up being a compensator to reduce the side-to-side recoil of the weapon, making it easier to control overall, but also adding some medium range improvements. As for sights and attachment, I went with the HD33 RDS and the target designator because, well, why not? Sometimes I used a silencer instead of the compensator, but that was when I was using it as a recon in close quarter maps. This made me a stealthy silent assassin that was able to play extremely aggressive and flanking everyone without too much hassle, as I had the motion sensor ball with me to plan out my routes. The SG553 is quite good at holding its own, and if used right, it's quite powerful. The balanced out reload speed made it easier to deal with tricky situations without having to worry about having a bullet left in the chamber. The RPM is high, but it doesn't limit it to a 100% close quarter engagement. But it's hard to use at medium range, though if you get comfortable with the SG553, medium range shouldn't be a problem anymore. The handling, reload speed and RPM is a great middle ground from the AK-5C and up to the MTAR carbine. As I don't like to limit myself to only one scenario when choosing a weapon, the SG553 fits in nicely between those two RPM and handling categories. It's quite fun playing with this carbine, and going on killstreak isn't as hard as with some other weapons, due to the reload not being an issue overall, so I rarely got caught off guard at all. So the extremely aggressive playstyle plays out well and fun here. But by no means should you ever attempt to engage people at long range. See if you can close the gap, and then you're not at a disadvantage anymore. And playing like this is fun and chaotic as well. When in big open maps, I stayed around cover or objectives with a lot of cover, so people had to get in close and personal, in other words, into the SG553's domain in which they had a taste of what it's capable of. When it comes to what maps the SG553 should be used in, I can't say that there's a map it shouldn't be used in. Just keep in mind that you want to make use of cover and close quarter sections on the map to close the gap or to simply dominate enemy players. Something like the Paracel Storm map, you'd want to make good use of the visual cover, but in general stay near buildings to benefit greatly from the upsides of the SG553. In close quarter maps like Flood Zone, Pearl Market and so on, you're just gonna be having a lot of fun while rolling people. These are also the maps where the chaotic and aggressive playstyles would thrive the most and be enjoyable and fun. So overall, I like the SG553. It's a great middle ground between weapons as the AK-5C and the MTAR, with a decent RPM, damage model, recoil pattern, and a great evenly balanced out reload speed. It works great for close and medium range, and it allows for a fun, chaotic, and aggressive playstyle, which is always fun to do on kill streaks. I do recommend you guys to try this out. It's not a carbine I see being used a lot in Battlefield 4, but I do like the aggressive playstyle and also the chaotic gameplay that's in Battlefield 4 a lot of the time. And sometimes they just feel more rewarding than being able to do some really skillful kill streaks, because sometimes the chaos and the aggressive kill streaks just seems a bit more, how do I say it, satisfying, that you got just keep going on a streak and you're never getting caught off guard and you're always gonna end up on top. Also what she said, but yeah, it's fun. I love the aggressive style, especially the chaos that you're able to get in a game like Battlefield 4. It's hell of a lot of fun. But that's it for this time, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the SG553 in general, what setup you run with it, or if you have a different go-to medium and close range carbine. So yeah, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more and future content on my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one.